Things you're gonna need while going out paddleboarding to pick up trash. Time to pick up some trash, baby! Woo!
Number 1, a bin or basket that can easily sit on the front of your board.
I like to have a wide one that's lower down, so it's a lower center of gravity and can balance on your board more easily.
Also avoid baskets that have larger holes in it, but if that's what you have, use a garbage bag to line it. Number 2, garbage bags. Always bring extra garbage bags because when your bin or basket fills up or you find a larger item, it's a lot easier to contain the garbage and transport it back to your house or somewhere that you can properly dispose of the trash. 3, trash grabbers. Like this one. These allow you to grab trash that's slightly out of reach, like in the water or further in a log that your board can't get to. 4, gloves. I like to use gardening gloves like these ones instead of latex or plastic gloves. Your hands don't get sweaty and you're not contributing to the garbage that you are collecting. Plus, they have use after you're collecting garbage. They're washable and you can use them for gardening at home. 5, hand sanitizer. For either after your paddle, maybe you grab something without your glove, or you're using reusable gardening gloves like me that aren't waterproof, so you want to sanitize your hands when you're done. A few extra items that I like to have are things like water, gotta stay hydrated, bug spray, you're often in bushy areas that will have bugs, and of course sunscreen to protect you from the sun. Protection! Plus, I like to carry a pocket knife. Being out on the water, you often see fishing line that's been stuck and caught in trees, and having a knife or a pair of scissors makes it a lot easier to help remove that type of trash. Pick a calm, non-windy day to help make it a lot easier to collect trash and a lot more pleasant. When you're going out to pick litter on your paddleboard, you often don't have to go very far. A lot of the times you can encourage someone to come with you even if they don't paddleboard because they can walk along shore. Often that's where you find most of the litter is collected along the shoreline and collects in and around fallen logs. Stretching out. Most of the time when you're collecting trash from your paddleboard, you're sitting or crouched or kneeling, so you want to make sure that you're taking the time to stretch and be good to your body. Have a short, flexible river fin so you aren't getting snagged on those logs or shallow creeks when you're collecting garbage in and around the shoreline and around fallen logs and sunken trees. Another thing to keep in mind is it's really beneficial if you have a wide board. You want to be more stable because you're moving around, you've got extra weight in different places that you wouldn't normally. So if you have the option, make sure you are taking out a fairly wide board, a nice all-rounder. The board I'm on right now is 32 inches wide. I am definitely more aware of all the things on my board, so I packed a very limited amount of stuff. Because the more you have on your board, the more you have to manage. Because you're bending down and picking things up in the water, in the muck, keep in mind that you will get wet and you'll likely get dirty. Not just you, but your board and everything you bring with you. So I'd recommend wearing something that you're happy to get wet, happy to get dirty, and bringing a towel for after the fact, or maybe an extra set of clothing to get you home. It's not only important to stop and take a break to hydrate, stretch, but it's equally important to stop and be aware of your surroundings. You can get distracted when collecting trash and drift away or float off somewhere. You're not paying attention to your surroundings and you slam into the trees. Know your limits and always be safe. Know your limits, play within it. Picking up a piece of trash is not worth your safety, either from a falling in standpoint, with the wind taking you somewhere, or if it's something like a needle that could seriously damage you. A few other tips to keep in mind. What is the final destination of the garbage that you are picking up? Is there a place to recycle it on site, dispose of the trash? Are you organizing a larger cleanup with a group of people and therefore have a lot more trash to dispose of? It's a good idea to call the city, town, county that you're in order to have the trash collected or picked up and disposed properly, maybe on site at the park or area that you're paddling in. You could also go above and beyond and count the trash. There are organizations that will collect data on number of items collected, type of garbage, such as a Greener Futures collects data for Lake Ontario in order to help
better educate people and educate companies so we can avoid the trash altogether.
Don't forget the basic safety items for going out paddleboarding, like a PFD, whistle, and your leash. Always be safe, go out there, and have fun. See what you can find, see what wildlife and other things you see.